Alright guys, well, you're not going to believe what I just found outside my backyard. A freaking transformer. Hey guys, JawsTheSharkReviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Bumblebee. So here he is in his alt mode. And yeah, before we take a look at the Bee-Meister himself, let us take a look at the packaging. So here it is right here. This is definitely a long-awaited figure. I mean, at the same time, we didn't expect to get a G1 Bumblebee this good in 2024. I mean, seeing it's only been 4 years since, the last mainline Bumblebee, we thought, well, for the next 7 or so years, this is going to be the Bumblebee, but nope. Hasbro took us by surprise and gave us an even better Bumblebee. So yeah, so here's the packaging. Here's the 86 logo, Karatomi, Transformers, and you have looks like Bumblebee's running. I don't know why he's running, and he looks pretty angry too. So he's not running away. He's definitely running towards like a Decepticon or something. We got Studio Series Bumblebee 86 number 29, and this side. 8629 Studio Series Deluxe Class, and you have that up close shot of Bumblebee doing the same pose. And on this side, you got 86 and Bumblebee doing again the same pose. This time you can see his toes, and he's going to be running after his foes. And for some reason, I'm a rapper now. But anyways, so yeah, big screen inspired Bumblebee. The name of the backdrop, which we'll take a look at towards the end of the review, is called The Depths of Unicron, and 23 steps to convert. Here's a little bio you can read. Well, it's not bio, but it's a little description about Bumblebee in this particular scene, and backdrop included. We got all this right down here. Down the bottom, it's the same generic bottom of the Studio Series box that we've had since probably when it began 6 years ago. But anyways, so now with that out of the way, let's take a look at Bumblebee. And yeah, I think you guys already know what I'm going to say about this figure. He's really nice. Hasbro really nailed, for some reason he's not staying up straight right here. Did I do something wrong? I don't know. But anyways, it seems like he's kind of flowing up a bit. Yeah, here he is in his alt mode, and yeah, it looks really cool. So let's look at him up close. And yeah, really nice. It's definitely probably the best, kind of reinterpretations of the G1 Bumblebee that we've gotten, and actually probably the best in the main line, because I mean, it looks very much like the cartoon and stuff. And actually, honestly, it reminds me more of the toy, which we'll compare in a bit. I think they're trying to make it look more like the toy, which I mean, I don't mind, but at the same time though, this is kind of how you appear in the cartoon, pretty all scrunched and stuff, all Bumblebee looking. Unfortunately, worlds collide right here, because the About logo that he's supposed to have in his alt mode is stuck. Well, obviously he's right here, but then he's got his robot mode About logo, which is on the center of what will be his chest. So you got this going on. Me personally, I'd say they should just have it like on top here and just leave it blank here. Because what they did with the Netflix one, the previous mainline Bumblebee release, they just had on his hood and that was it. It looked alright, but honestly, it looks more right to me to have it just up here. But yeah, so this looks pretty awkward. But yeah, overall, not too shabby. Yeah, there's a different yellow plastic right here, so that looks a bit off. It doesn't look as bad on camera, but off camera it's certainly noticeable. It's kind of like a mustard yellow almost. And here's the back. Yeah, the tail lights, bumper, and yeah. It's overall pretty nice. Here's the bottom. Definitely the most ugly looking part, but hey, even that's not too bad. Yeah, let's put this back in here. That sits there. So yeah, now anyways, for the accessories, he does come with his little blaster right here. It's black plastic, and just dumped silver paint over, well, they didn't literally dump some paint on it, because then that's splotch everywhere, but you know what I mean. Here's the other side, probably the better looking side of the two, because this one has a tab, and that is necessary for storage, which we'll show off now. So you can, so what you have to do here, you have to have it upside down, and then have it like this, and just put that right in there. And that's, I think, the only storage you have for this mode, which ain't bad. It just kind of hangs off the back. I mean, as long as no one in traffic sees it, then I think it's fine. As long, if they just somehow hallucinate and see it as a bicycle, I think it should be alright. But yeah. So anyways, now for the... It's a bit wobbly. It's like, is this all uneven or something? I don't know, I feel like I did something slightly wrong. Yeah, anyways, now for the alt mode size comparisons. Here he is with his original G1 counterpart, and yeah, if you just do like a side by side, you can really see. I think they're trying to make it look more like this than the cartoon, simply because, I mean, the uneven wheel sizes and everything, the dark wheels, or not wheels, the dark windows, because in the cartoon I think they were more blue, but yeah, here they have it more black. And yeah, I could definitely see, in terms of the alt mode, it's more focused on the toy, but at the same time it can still stand in as a cartoon accurate design. But yeah, definitely I can see more resemblance in the toy, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, it's still close enough to the cartoon model. And here he is with his predecessor, the Netflix/Earthrise Bumblebee, and well, I gotta say, I do like this one, like the design of this one. This one's definitely the better one in terms of cartoon accuracy and everything. And I just prefer this yellow over this one. I mean, it looks cool on its own, but it looks more like more like a pencil yellow instead of the traditional yellow that Bumblebee is known for. So yeah, but the other one's still nice. What I do like about that one though is that it looks more authentic Volkswagen wise, and I think that's kind of the issues with this figure, is that they're trying to impress Volkswagen more, since this one was officially licensed. But I do like the back on this one a bit more, even if it's not as cartoon accurate. But yeah, that's personally me. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it there for the alt mode. So yeah, let's get right down to the transformation. So starting off, you just want to kind of start out the arms right here. They're all binded together, and just split them apart. And then after that, you can just move these out right here. And then after that, you just bring this down. And then just untab all of this. And straighten it all out. Like that. Move this all the way up here. And then straighten it, fixes broken knees. That's right, because you have to move his knees forward in order to transform him from bot to car. So, ouch. But yeah, luckily he's a robot. But yeah, so then after that, you just want to flip out this right here. And then after that, you just want to flip down this panel. And so, if you look closely, you'll see a tab right there, and this slot is supposed to go over it. So, I'll have to carefully put this on. There we go, so nothing flips in or anything. Let's do the same thing right here, and bring that in, close that up, and there we go. So now we got the legs done, and now we just need to finish up with the main area. So yeah, first you just want to move this up all the way, and then after that you just want to open up the chest, and then bring out the head. Bit tight, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to break it. So there we go, there's the familiar head of Bumblebee. And yeah, so then after that you just want to move this all around, swing these areas in, and then close them all up right here with this back section, so that'll kind of lock things into place. And after that, just move around the arms like this, and then there you go. There you guys have Bumblebee all transformed into his robot mode. And yeah, this is definitely where the figure shines, in my opinion. Because I mean, this this is definitely the best mainline G1 Bumblebee that we've gotten for, again, the G1 cartoon. And yeah, there he is. Let's get a nice kind of far out shot. So yeah, anyways, taking a close-up look, let's look at the head sculpt. Another highlight, because I mean that's just perfect. I mean that's really nice. And you got the torso right here. Everything else, insides. There's the back. I mean, yeah, it's got a bit of a backpack, but you did have that on the cartoon. Well, actually, it was kind of slightly different. You had like a gray thing, so I guess this ain't really accurate. But you know, this figure has to transform it. It needs some sacrifices, so that's not too bad. And yeah, jeez, my tripod kind of fell a bit, but just want to make sure that didn't become disastrous. So yeah, now anyways, for the articulation, head's on the ball joints, you can move it side to side. Can look up only that far and then down that far. Shoulders are in ball joints, you can move them outwards like this. Full 180 rotation. I'm forgetting the name of what this is. Bicep swivel. That brain fart right there. Yeah, bicep swivel right here. Bends at the elbow. A wrist swivel, waist swivel, legs can move up and back, and then you can do the splits that much. And he does have a thigh swivel. Knees do bend, so I'm trying to make sure this doesn't get all messed up, but there we go. Ankles do pivot, like that, and you get some back and forth movement with the feet. His god-awfully huge feet, especially for how slim his legs are. But, yeah, so pretty good posability, I'd say. You know, quite surprised he does have ankle movements. I wasn't expecting that. But at the same time, the Netflix one had it, so I guess, you know, I shouldn't be too surprised. Yeah, there we go. So, anyways, yeah, now for accessories, he does come with his blaster, as stated before. So let's just put that in his hand, and there we go. So yeah, now anyways, just mixing it up all right here. Anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with the original G1 Bumblebee. Well, this is actually the 2018 reissue with the more cartoon accurate head. But even then, yeah, I can definitely see how much, you know, more accurate this one is, more realistic looking it is compared to this. I mean, this is just a stick. But yeah, it's you know what this one looks like? It looks like, you know, that meme, it's when Mom says it's my turn on the Xbox. He's literally doing out the arms and everything. But yeah, I can see how much nicer this molding is than this one. But we still have to appreciate this one since, you know, it's the original, even though it's from 2018, but still. But yeah. And last but not least, probably a much more fair comparison, given that's only 4 years older than this one. Here he is with the Netflix/Earthrise Bumblebee, and yeah, this one's definitely much better. Like, the car modes, okay, I mean, the only thing that was really nice with this one is, you know, the yellow, the shaded yellow, but they're both pretty fine to me. But the robot modes, yeah, this one takes the cake. I mean, this one just looks a little too bulky for Bumblebee, you know, and again, in addition to the colorization not being right, he just, I don't know, he was a parts former too. This piece right here, you have to detach it in order to transform, and this one you can just transform without removing anything, so yes, definitely this one takes the cake. Not saying this one's awful, but let's just say you could probably guess which of the two I'll probably be selling at a future garage sale. So yeah. I don't know if I reviewed the Netflix one on my channel, but because I know I reviewed Netflix Soundwave, but I don't know if I did Netflix Bumblebee, but whatever. This one's way better. And since this guy is a Studio Series figure still, we gotta take a look at the backdrop per tradition. So here it is. You can see it's within the pits of hell, aka inside of Unicron. So yeah, it's the pits of hell pretty much for Transformers. So Yeah, so A629 Studio Series. We've seen this before, you know, with the 86 Hot Rod. Who else was in there? I forgot who else. I know for sure Hot Rod and Bumblebee. That might be it. So, yeah, here is A6, or the Transformers the movie logo at 86. All this stuff right here. And yeah, there's the backdrop. So yeah, it's nothing new, but you know, it makes sense seeing as, you know, he was inside of Unicron. Don't take that out of context, but yeah, so but yeah, there he is. And yeah, so luckily, you know, little Daniel Witwicky got him free, and Cliffjumper and Jazz, and of course his father Spike. So, yeah, so there is that right there. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. So that's pretty much it for the backdrop. This is just for those who like collecting these. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Studio Series A6 Deluxe Class Bumblebee. And yeah, I'd have to say it's a pretty solid figure. Not a great figure, not perfect by any means, but for, you know, like just think of all the history, like the history of all of the G1 mainline Bumblebees. I mean, we've come a long way over the past 4 decades. I mean, you know, even the previous one, the Netflix one, that one wasn't great, but honestly, I'd say this one, I mean, it's pretty good, not great, it's nothing extraordinary. I see some people online saying, oh my god, it's the best thing that ever graced Transformers. It's not that, but it's a pretty solid figure. You know, the posability is nice and everything. You know, the only complaints I have are some areas the proportions seem a bit wonky, like with the arms and stuff, seems just a little too slim, maybe the legs as well, but I guess that all had to be compromised because of, you know, his transformation and whatnot. That's pretty much, I mean, it's pretty much a lot of the complaints with Transformers. They come from being compromised with, you know, having to transform, so I guess it's passable, but yeah. And the car mode could look maybe a bit more round, I'd say, you know, because I don't remember being too boxy in the cartoon. Like, I remember Cliffjumpers was, but not Bumblebees, but I don't know, it is what it is, so. Yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this Bumblebee right here, this Bumblebee figure. So, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.